Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Whoa, that stream of light come in then. Good morning, it is Monday. I have a pain in the neck, or am I the pain in the neck? Well, anyway, I have a pain in the neck. I have a bit of a stiff neck. All seems to be on this left-hand side of myself. Shoulder hurts, neck hurts, head, shoulders, knees and toes. I've tried stretching, okay. We're using the Druid Craft Tarot. I'm going to pull a Celtic cross. Let's see what the story is, what's been going on over the weekend, and we'll have a little look into this week. Okay, if I can actually tilt my head. Who's that waiting for their manifestation? What's this card? That's what I feel like. Oh! Okay. Need to wiggle. Wiggle it. Just a little bit. Oh, I want to see you. Let's ease up this pain, please. That would be appreciated. Feeling a bit stiff today. I don't remember waking with it. It's like it's occurred. What's the time now? 12:27. It's like it's occurred during the morning. I'm just getting the story first. Well, Divine Masculine, this is definitely for you. Lots of men on the table. What have you been up to? It does look like you've actually been celebrating with the guys, with the men. I don't know if this is energetically. Yeah. It's not verbally. It's energetically. You've unlocked something as a Divine Masculine collective. And it's like you can feel the excitement within the collective. I've been picking up the unicorns have been excited. There has been an excited energy that's been in the air. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I've got goosebumps. Do you want to know what this story is? Oh, this is beautiful. I want to congratulate you. Seriously. Let's look at the outcome. Okay. So we have the spiritual transformation here. It looks like it's complete for both parties, for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Okay, so the underlying energy is about you bringing in the balance. I can see this here. It's in the works, isn't it? Yes. So we have here, okay, this might take kind of up until Christmas time, but the intention's really strong here, which is nice to see. So we have some things that we need to sort out. It looks like you're extremely drained. Okay, you're tired. You're tired of it all. So it's like you're going to hand it all over. But all the time, you have like daydreamy, watery eyes here. So there's some things that you need to bring in balance here with your coins. I'm not sure what you're handing over. Feels like half of the image is cold, and then the other half, just with the green of the tree here, it looks like a different season. Unless this is you, Divine Masculine, warming up now, coming out of the cold. That could be it. Okay. What we're talking about is the Three of Cups, and straight away there's three masculines celebrating here. Cheers. Cheers. It does look like the light has been shone onto a situation on the table. Now this will be the challenge. It's just unlocking it. Firm foundations with the Four of Pentacles, okay? But this is unlocking that box, that chest. That's what the challenge is. Over the weekend, you found some stability. Look at you. You're the King of Pentacles. He's the most stable king in the deck. He's definitely divine masculine energy that's dropped like the Emperor stubbornness. It's a very mature masculine here. So this is the past energy. Okay, current energy. I said, have you been speaking? And it's like, no, you haven't really been speaking about this to no one. But collectively you have the Hangman. He's held in suspense by the divine until he sees what he needs to see. All tools are down, so it looks like over the weekend you've really been pondering this, becoming enlightened. Bright times. In your future, you have your counterpart, your Queen of Pentacles, the divine feminine. So she's definitely part of your future now. I believe it could be you're feeling so drained. It's the bone, and I'm picking up on like pain in my bones. I was taken to like Blade, vampire sucking. There's a lot of red around. My lipstick's rather red. So I've got red, just red, and with the mouth ache. I was seeing a lot of blood actually through the mouth. So I was kind of like, why is everything so red? And so I'm just feeling that you as a divine masculine, you don't want this to affect your feminine as well. So Blade, he's a vampire slayer, even though he is a vampire. Behind the scenes, we have the Hermit. So what's assisting you? It's you coming out of your dark night. It's your awakening, your enlightenment. Seeing through fresh eyes. I don't control the sun. Okay. These nails are chipped again. Okay, don't focus on the nails. We'll change the colour. Yes, let's change the colour. How you're feeling and viewing this situation, divine masculine, you've got Two of Cups. That's the union of you and the divine feminine. Now, if you have a look, it looks like, I'm not sure who's pulling who closer. She's pulling on this red cord, and it seems to be drawing you close. So you're coming closer. How this is affecting others, well, it's that your divine feminine doesn't know. You've been doing this for quite a while, but you're hiding behind a shield here. So you're like invisible. So he's the slowest moving knight, but he does operate under the guidance and direction of the King of Pentacles. And who are they observing? The Queen of Pentacles. Hopes or fears? All I could see was the masculine feminine energy here being taken by death to calmer waters. So there's this readiness. The outcome is actually death. And I feel this is representing the divine feminine, divine masculine's tiredness. How much this has actually had a detrimental effect actually on their physical body. Who would have thought? Well, looks like someone's been doing some thinking into their own health, and that's of the others. That's of the others. And I want to say the others as in within the collective. Very interesting story. I actually feel like, if I can bend down here, I would like to clarify with the Witch's Tarot. We can find out a little bit more. So I'm feeling what we're talking about is a job well done. Three of Cups. Job well done. Tell us more with the Witch's Tarot. the Emperor. You have 2 children here. You're holding this lovely golden globe. The Golden Globe. What do you get that for? Movies? What kind of show have you put on? It's a job well done. Oh, man, if you've dislocated something, I don't know. Was it worth it? Let's find out some more. So we're talking about the Divine Masculine. Well, he's alone here with the children. So there's no third party in the picture. Just the children. And memories of sweet love. It looks like this masculine's in control. I feel like he always has been. So whatever show he's put on, I feel like you might have said something, Divine Masculine. If you've taken a battering for what you've said, I don't know, I hope it was worth it. It's like you wasn't going to be pushed around anymore. So I feel like something's completed. The Emperor with the 6 of Cups. Seeing as we got the Emperor energy, and I said that in the past, actually, you're more of a loving, mature energy. You might not have fought back or, I don't know, defended yourself. Maybe you just let your guard down and just said whatever needed to be said, whatever needs to be said. You might still be in the process of this. Speaking quite openly and honestly, taking back your power, but not in an aggressive way, as the Emperor would normally. I feel like you've you've definitely put your foot down, but I feel you took a different approach. Well, that was it was for a good cause. When I say the word cause, C-A-U-S-E, for a good cause. And I could hear this person saying, because, what, you know, kind of, it's just, because. It's for a good cause, because it's for a good cause. Okay. Well, the 4 of Pentacles, what have you unlocked here? Or this is the current challenge. You're unlocking secrets. You have some stuff in reserve. Well, I don't want to say in reverse. Feel a bit like turning back time, because we have memories of love coming in here. So you have some, I don't know, you got something in your bag. I reckon it's a cat. I've only actually ever looked at it like closely before, but actually that could look like a cat's head, more by his toe area. You've let the cat out of the bag. That's the challenge, or you're in the process, you're getting close to it. And it's because of a good cause. Why are you doing this? Because, and out it comes. Let's find out some more. Because of the children. Because of love. The Lovers, that's why you're letting out of the bag. Because you're in love with someone else. Oh, my throat. I'm not sure how that one's going to go down. But it is the truth. That's letting the cat out of the bag. Even though this connection is blessed by this angel here. There's nothing else that you really want. You're letting something out of the bag, look. The Lovers. That's your challenge. Do you? Well, it may slip out. If Divine says it needs to be shared, it will come out. And then we have the children. Now, I said that there was something that needed to be sorted out. So it could be that the only reason you're in this past connection, or have been, is because of the children. So obviously, if you separate a family unit, that it sounds like it's toxic, could be violent, you're going to have to deal with like the maintenance of that. But you're in a very strong energy, so you know exactly what you're doing. you're not afraid. It's like there's nothing really that this person can take away from you. They've tried to take away your soul, and it's like, oh, you can't get your hands on that anymore. So it's kind of like the vessel. It's like, do what you will, but you can't kind of have me. Okay. Do you know what it's taken me to? The scene in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, where Maid Marian, she's been pinned down by the sheriff of Nottingham, and he's like, he's going to rape her, and she's like, you can do what you want, but it will not be me. It will not be me. That's what it was. Okay, so let me just itch one's nose. What's that mean? I want to know a secret. Okay. Interesting, because it was like, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Unless you have been speaking to others about this and someone's like squirreled on you. I don't know. You're silenced at the moment. Did you hang yourself out to dry? Anyway, the challenge is the Lovers, bringing balance. How do you actually manifest this into the physical? Well, it's like it's already manifested. You just need to bring some balance in here. There's a few steps you need to take to bring some equilibrium into the connection. Okay. So let's have a look at what happened over the weekend. Well, there's a very stern, strong King of Pentacles here. Very feminine in his nature if he can do like hair plaits. Balanced. Masculine, feminine energy. The fire's in the background, which I believe, look, he shields down. And the fire's in the background, and on the other side there's a little birdie who's whispering in his ear. Nine of Pentacles, past energy. The Fool, you took a leap of faith, you said something. It was like, oh, that's really your fuck it energy. It's like you don't care anymore. It's like, let the truth be known. Or it was close. You were close to saying something about passion. You wanted a passionate life. So the King of Pentacles was considering taking that leap of faith. May have ran away, the little doggy. He may have got a bit scared, but it was nearly out. You can see here, harvest time. It was nearly spoken. What was you thinking about, speaking about? There's a palace in the background, and there's this wand and a butterfly, and it's like you're wanting to be set free, Divine Masculine. It's like you're asking someone's permission. You're not going to ask their permission to be set free. You're going to tell them that you're setting yourself free. Well, you have the Hangman energy here. So Divine's holding you here. You've dropped tools. And you are seriously thinking about opening up. Look how it's like you feel naked. It's like strip me bare. I feel very much a cleansing. You're actually wanting to be cleansed. So you're not holding back the words that will come out. Maybe you are. It does look, feels like you're a bit scared. If you just let go, it's like, so there's a cleansing going on here. I was trying to look for the tree. I remember I spoke about a tree that was half in like winter and half in another season. And it's the tree here. That's what I was taken to. Those blue flowers there really do kind of shout out the throat chakra. Let's have a look at this Hangman. King of Swords. So you're having a really good think. Also, the blues highlighted again around his crown. So this is definitely a lot about knowing what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. And you will speak at the right moment. But it's like this feeling, you know it's going to come out. It's going to slip out. Okay. And it feels like you stopped yourself so that you could reword maybe how you deliver this communication. In the future, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, I felt straight away there was a snake up her throne at the bottom. And it's like her leg's been moved away onto this rock here. And I feel Divine Masculine, you're actually being like the Divine Feminine's rock by not wanting to bring any conflict to her. And if you announce to this person that you're in love with someone else, obviously, you know, they're going to want to know who that is. So I feel like there's a protective energy here. Who are you trying to save? Definitely with this Robin Hood energy here coming through. Okay, so you're trying to do the right thing for all. But it does look like you've appeared from out of the rabbit hole. So there's definitely this energy of you've been to Wonderland. And it's a bit like Alice when she wakes up and then she's just pondering it all. Was that real? So let's look into the future energy. Yeah. Have you been kicked out? Again, we've got the reef here. You might want this sorted before Christmas. I mean, that's fastly approaching. No one really wants to bring any additional drama. Not that there's ever a good time to bring drama. But you kind of avoid it when you know that there's like a holiday season coming up. So this could be, you're wanting this done before Christmas. Otherwise, it's just prolonging the situation. So autumn. You'd like it done autumn, going into winter, but I feel like December's too late. This needs to be done before December. We did keep having that song come up. It will be lonely this Christmas without you to hold. So it's looking like the Divine Masculine does not want to repeat another year. The way that it's been going. Yeah, a card of manifestation. Okay, so just waiting for that right moment. Waiting for the waters to be a bit calmer. For things to have settled down, to have got things a bit balanced. That's the future energy here. Feels very much as if the Divine Masculine, he needs to rebuild his own health levels first. There's a cleansing that needs to be done. How long that takes, that's up to the Divine Masculine. As soon as he hands it all over, like seriously hands it over to the Divine. With complete and utter trust and faith. With the hermits behind the scene, and they would have been assisting the Divine Masculine with awakening him. I want to say for one to see the wolves. And sometimes they could just be right beside us and we were blind. Okay, he has his lantern here. It doesn't look too dark, does it? Looks like there's all these clouds of green healing energy cleansing the Divine Masculine. There's that new dawn. That card came out. Okay. There's water. You can see the water. Look, there's a stream of water here. Where once before it was dry. And there's a guidance here of follow the stream. Don't push against the flow, the current. There's the Tower. So whatever comes the Divine Masculine's way, and it seems like there could be a lot, it's like he's not really to respond. And when he does, it will be divinely orchestrated, his words. behind the scenes. 8 of Cups. Interesting. Again, we have the dolphin. He's popping his head out. This is the Divine Feminine's energy here. This is a timing. He can feel the Divine Feminine walking away, and the dolphin pops his head up to keep check on the Divine Feminine. So there is a watchful eye over you, Divine Feminine. Divine Masculine, how you're feeling, 2 of Cups. You're drawing him closer, Divine Feminine. And it feels very much because you're just reining yourself in. So as you're reining yourself in, Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine is drawn more to unite. Yeah, it's your love. It's irresistible. It's put it over you. That will come in with the memories of love. Okay. That came out as what we're talking about. We saw the children, but then we also saw like little twins. Same age. 2 peas in a pod. And he's like, come here. He wants to wrap you in this pod. In this wave of love. Okay. Is that all we're going to say about that? Let's have a look at the Prince of Pentacles, who's hiding behind the shield. I've been thinking about this a long time. So a lot of spying here, Divine Feminine. I actually feel like he's playing like I Spy with My Little Why, that little birdie who told me that, and that butterfly. So very much connecting with nature. 10 of Swords. Okay, so we're not, all I can hear is Emily playing her ukulele upstairs. 10 of Swords. Okay, how this is affecting others. I spoke about the draining effect that it's having on both counterparts, on their physical body, the aches and pains. And it feels very much like healing energy, a release needs to occur. If the Divine Masculine is worn out, he can sense maybe it's draining the Divine Feminine as well. Okay, hopes or fears. Actually, this is moving on. Like I said, masculine, feminine, calmly. Death is transporting them. Bulrushes. The bulrushes. Are you a Taurus? Listen, I'm a Taurus. I don't feel like rushing around anywhere. And definitely not butting heads or brawling. Where are you moving on to? Time to celebrate with the Divine Feminine. I actually feel this energy here is the actual Divine Masculine integrated his feminine energy. So this is him as a whole, not necessarily 2 people. I feel Divine Feminine, you're already through the transition. And the masculine here integrated his feminine energy is coming towards the feminines who are celebrating. Okay. That's like the completion, the 11-11 card. The outcome is the Death card. That is the transformation. You've got Stonehenge in the background here and crows. Or it could be a bat out of hell. Or we have a snake behind you. Be aware. I believe you are. You can protect yourself, okay, more easily and quickly than the Divine Masculine can against this person, this snake. He seems to be silenced by this person and his tools are down, so he doesn't even have his weapon with him. He can't get a hand on it, but you do. You have a hand. You can handle this situation. You have a hand on this. So you can sense any kind of fear from another, but we do have obviously the skull here, to be or not to be. I do feel like the Divine Masculine, it's definitely something about him needing to rejuvenate himself. It's just him looking extremely old. And it feels like all of a sudden, it's not liking it. Happiness, love, sex, romance. That can do wonders for your physical body. So there's a lacking coming from this card here, which the balance needs to be, equilibrium needs to be found. Let's have a look at this Death card. But Divine Feminine, I'm not feeling as if you look as bad as what the Divine Masculine does, okay? I'm not saying you look at, top notch. Emily's playing the music. I don't know if the microphone can pick that up. Okay, let's look at this Death card as the outcome. Justice is served. Interesting, I said you have a hand on this Divine Feminine. You do. You're a major key to that veil being lifted. Should we say lifted? Okay. Lady Justice. Got another card here. And then we have the masculine, the outcome. It's the aroma. Look, there's love bubbling away here. He's making plans. Right, let's get some oracle cards. And again, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Instead of a shield, he's actually got a coin. It's nice because all I can see is the kind of white of his armour and the black of his horse. And I've been picking up, oh look, there's a stag in the background. And I'm picking up the integration of both the masculine, feminine energy within the Divine Masculine, within his vessel. Nice balanced here. Okay. Interesting, because on one side there's 3 swords. And that would represent taking them swords out of your heart. And then on the masculine side there is 2 swords, which is indecision, mental conflict, learning to trust the divine. And then the masculine has his sword of resurrection. Okay, let's get some oracle cards. We're going to go easy today. I feel like I've got a bit of a headache now. Let me get an oracle. Let me get a shadow card. Let me get an oracle of shadows and light. I'll take this card. It's the Witch at the End of the World, card number 45, an important end and a new beginning. So definitely feeling the universal shift, Divine Masculine. This is an awesome card. It is the last card in this oracle book. Let's read about the witch at the end of the world. Storms fly about her, electrical whips crack through the heavy air with their bites of fire, and she sits among them, hugging her hourglass, holding everything together till the force creating the change has done its work. I feel like I'm taking a proper battering, guys. Seriously. And this morning it felt like it was before I'd done my reading. Okay, where I've been feeling it after I've done my reading. So, witch at the end of the world, and we can see the red colour, and I keep picking up on seeing blood. So, keeping your centre whilst this is all going on. And I spoke about the divine feminine. She can sense this. So was it in last night's live, which it hasn't uploaded, guys. I totally copyrighted shit. Okay. It spoke about you might be asking why you actually need protection at the moment, because we're being like spiritually attacked. Okay, we can feel it actually on our vessel. So storms fly about her, electrical whips crack through the heavy air with their bites of fire, and she sits among them, hugging her hourglass, holding everything together, till the force creating the change has done its work. When the witch at the end of the world makes her appearance in a spread or divination casting, you will know that something's time has come. There can be no more delaying, for the change has begun. So the best thing for you to do now is prepare for this change. Find solutions to challenges that will come up when the change comes. You will be fine, by the way, and all will be well, but there will be a time of seeming chaos and difficulty. If you are prepared and ready to let go and change and let something end, the little witch's countdown will not affect you, as it will affect others who refuse to acknowledge that changes are coming and become fearful at their inevitable approach. There is nothing to fear, but plenty to prepare for. You will be safe and well and very ready to embrace the new world. So I did say, how long will it take? It feels very much like there is an urgency about having this done before. The closer it's like every day we're a day closer to the Christmas season. Let's say that. And that's not good. That makes it harder to leave. And I said, how long will it take? Well, as soon as the divine masculine hands it all over. So the witch at the end of the world speaks. I am not wicked. I said, am I the pain in the neck? Listen. I am not wicked, but I am a witch. And changes are made when the world bends and shifts. I hold this hourglass up to you now, so you know that the time for an ending is almost upon us. You can see the signs all about you, the strange weather, the hurricanes, the cyclones, the earth changes all about us, but so many simply say I am wicked for showing you this. They blame me for what they call the catastrophes and they ignore the signs. They are with you and it is time to be ready. We are all about to experience a huge change and it will be for the better. But while we hold on to the old, the storms will blast us and the land will shift and the self-healing will look like destruction. So divine masculine, I believe that this other person who you might have told that you're in love with someone else is attacking, spiritually attacking. It felt very much like the divine feminines. You are being attacked by this energy. It's envious, it's jealous, it's narcissistic. It wants to do you harm, divine feminine. And all the time that the divine masculine is staying there and trying to protect the divine feminine, who doesn't need protection, she's safe and well, it intensifies. And it's like this will continue. Have a listen. They are with you and it is time to be ready. We are all about to experience a huge change and it will be for the better. But while we hold on to the old, you divine masculine, the storms will blast us, the divine feminines, and the lands will shift, which I feel the separation, it gets more and more, the islands. You get further apart and self-healing will look like destruction. So the divination message, experience an important and significant rearrangement of life on a personal or global level. I said the golden globe. Affecting power sources, systems and relationships, changes in law, legal systems, the economy and values and beliefs. There may be a need to be able to live more simply and in harmony with nature. There is nothing to be frightened of, only a voyage to weather. and you'll make it through to the other side of the storm. The changes are part of our journey to a fifth dimensional world, of the shift to a more peaceful planet where shadows and light are loved and accepted. All is well, and the little witch will keep the world safe till we reach the other side of these changes. All is well, all is well, all is well. And it all makes sense because I've been guiding the Divine Feminines to stay within their light and love energy, to put focus on. And now we have a protective force that's surrounding the Divine Feminines against these spiritual attacks. So it's kind of like, you know, you're being attacked even though you can't actually see that, and you're transmuting to the fifth dimension. You have to go through the 4D, the sign, synchronization, the towers, to get to the other side, which you will. You will get there. Let's have a heal yourself card. And self-healing looks like destruction. It looks like frigging death. It feels like death. Okay. Strong message, Divine Masculine. Oh my goodness, I can hear your mind thinking about that. It's like, seriously, don't think too much into it. The Divine Feminine, she knows what's going on and she can protect herself. She's a strong force to be reckoned with, okay? You are too, but you're stuck in an old toxic situation that you keep prolonging, getting out of, so the spiritual battle continues. You need to look after you and your needs, Divine Masculine. You need to admit that you have needs. That came out last week, the week before. Selling out. Card number 1. You need to look after yourself. Your integrity and inner strength are being severely tested. What's interesting is, look at the cuts on this feminine. Also, what I'm going to say is, when I first opened this deck, for some reason, I managed to actually scratch the card. That is a scratch there. The whites down her chest. And look at all the blood out of her mouth. And the attacks here. I mean, I have a burn mark here. The neck, the mouth. Look, put me down now. Put me out of my misery. No, seriously, that's what the energy is, a spiritual attack. If you don't keep up with the comments or watch on the premieres, I actually stated that my daughter's Divine Masculine, he woke up with like scratch marks down his chest. Okay. So your integrity and inner strength are being severely tested. You have an opportunity to act with either fear or love. Divine Feminine, love. You have nothing to fear. Okay. Divine Masculine. Same applies to you, but fear strong, but love stronger. Where in your life are you selling out or acting out of integrity? Are you in a job you hate? Are you living in a toxic environment and making yourself sick in the pursuit of financial security? I say that's the one. Some juggling of money going on here. This card asks you to find the courage to stand up for your convictions and take steps towards doing what you love. Selling out is linked to the shadow aspect of the prostitute archetype. It will not be me, it will not be me. Who are you selling your body to? The devil. So selling out is linked to the shadow aspect of the prostitute archetype. When you connect to this archetype, you can examine your fears around survival, power, responsibility and success. On the light side, the prostitute can lead you to freedom, self-expression, choice and love. Let's look at your action. You have to make a choice about whether you will use your power, talents and abilities for selfishness and exploitation or the higher good. Take a few deep breaths and focus on your body. Become conscious of where in your body you feel like you're losing your energy and your power. Place your hands on that part of your body. Visualize your prostitute archetype. It can look similar to this card or a darker version of you. Well, that looks like the feminines, okay, and you're the darker version, the masculine version of this. So visualize your prostitute archetype. It can look similar to this card or a darker version of you. Ask this archetype to show you where in your life you are selling out. Become aware of how this affects various areas of your life and your physical and emotional health. Ask your prostitute aspect to help you regain your inner strength and make empowering decisions. Divine Masculine. Self-sabotage. Next card. Let me see what I can leave you on. And let's go to the Mother Mary, I believe. Now, where would they be? Let's go round again. Maybe we'll turn back the hands of time. Okay, here they are. Okay, let's end with this card from the Mother Mary. These lovely roses here. It's just that bloody blood colour. Seriously. Okay. Our Lady, oh, this is perfect. Our Lady who prevents interference. You need to really listen strongly to this. It's card number 22, which is at 11:11. Okay, this connection, this union is blessed. And anyone who tries to get in the way, it won't be you that will fight it. Divine justice will. Okay, so let's have a look at card number 22. It's Jasper sharpening his teeth, or rubbing his teeth against the cat flap outside. In he comes. Hi, Jas. You alright? A bit of a huff. Hey. A bit of a scratch. Okay. Our Lady who prevents interference. Your inner light is growing, my beloved, and through love, you are attracting many who can be nourished by you. As the love in you blossoms, there are others who are captured in fear, who may feel threatened by you and wish to obstruct your growth. I am your salvation and protection, for my love is greater than any fear. Place your loving trust in me. You shall not be harmed, nor shall you be swayed from your inevitable spiritual success on my path of love. I prevent spiritual sabotage from succeeding. The success on your path through me is the triumph of spiritual freedom. Okay, let's clear the throat. One of the paradoxes of the manifest world is that whilst creation flows from the one divine source of love, at the physical level of expression, this does not always appear to be true. In the physical world, where the frequency of energy slows to such a point that matter can appear to be real, there is an outward appearance of good and evil, of love and fear. Polarities or opposites appear in this reality, And we now have the sometimes challenging task of dealing with the physical reality, with its love and fear, whilst also remembering that underneath this reality, sometimes hidden, though always there, is only divinity. The one divine intelligence is behind all of life. There is a spiritual teaching that this is like a beam of light that flows through a movie projector. Now, picked that up big time yesterday, that projector. Okay. On the Three of Pentacles, I said that it looked like it was a magnifying glass that he was projecting. The light shines through film and images are projected onto a blank screen. Stories come to life as motion pictures. They play out on the big screen before us. Picked up on that yesterday. Okay. Sometimes the movies will be love stories, sometimes horror films. At other times, they will be adventures or coming-of-age stories. These films are like our various life stories played out during the course of our lifetime. No matter what the film may appear to be or how it affects us, the light in the projector is always the same. No matter whether our life story is currently a romance or a great tragedy, there is one divine light bringing it to life for us. That story will change over our lifetime perhaps, but the light is always the same. There are many on the spiritual path who find the notion that there is anything other than love very difficult to deal with, and this is because they understand that the light in the projector is what animates every film, and that is divine. However, the divine is all. That means it is not only the pure light, but also the stories that are played out, in which human beings are the actors. We can remember that the light behind the form is real divinity, but we can also learn to accept that the life playing out is a divine creation too, and we are meant to be loving, living, and growing through that divine manifestation. Part of that life experience is that there is love, but also fear. There is much support on the divine path, but there are also those people and forces that would prefer that you didn't succeed in love, because then their power, claimed through fear, would remain intact. These are very real forces, but we do not need to be afraid of them. We only need to recognise that they exist and that the Divine Mother protects and guides her children on the path of love to fulfil their divine destiny. Her loving will be stronger than any interference or ill wishing. She has absolute compassion for such attempts at interference, understanding that it often comes from unresolved pain, but she does not indulge it and will absolutely defend against any obstructions to the triumph of love. This oracle brings you a message from the divine. One role that you are playing in the various films of life includes the role of a spiritual being who is here to help yourself and others through your divine awakening. You are a holy child of the Holy Mother, and together you are bringing her path of love to fruition, perhaps so that there can be less horror movies and great more romances. For now, however, the horror movies are a part of Earth's great cosmic screenplay, and we need to deal with them too. Ignoring them and focusing on the beam of light is not going to help us change the screenplays that create the films. Through awareness, we can become more intelligent. We can actively seek the divine protection that is reaching to us through Our Lady, and we will not be so affected by any negativity around us. Then we can shine our light and use our contagious divine love to help others to also let go of negativity. Love flowing through a being that is sure of his or her divine protection is a powerful force. No wonder those forces that want fear to dominate actively seek to interfere with our spiritual growth. Fortunately, for those of us on the divine path of love, remembering to pray daily is enough for us to be brought under the Divine Mother's holy protection. Even if you pray for just several seconds to ask the Holy Ones, who love us unconditionally, to be with us and protect and assist us this day, you will be under their protection. From this place of love and protection, the forces of fear cannot undermine our inner spiritual connection. We can prevent ourselves being triggered through our fear impulses and avoid directing our energy away from divine trust. Interference with our well-being, finances, life path, happiness, relationships, or any other part of our life can be prevented. There is no need for fear here, just for understanding and intelligent use of the power of protection that is available to us. Simple, effective, and healing. The following process will assist you in accessing that now and each and every day. The Divine Mother has brought this oracle to you because she wishes for you to come even more deeply into her protective field of love and to thrive. Let's do this healing process and affirmation. Perceive or intend that there be a beautiful white light forming a radiant sphere above your head. It is radiant and sparkling. It easily grows large and bright until it is bigger than your body. It descends through your entire body from the top of your head all the way down through your feet and into the earth, leaving a trail of light in its wake. Repeat this process with a green light, a blue light, and a violet light. Once you have completed this process, say the following healing affirmation prayer aloud 3 times. Our Lady, who prevents interference, Mother Mary, who loves me unconditionally, I call upon your healing grace, divine protection, love, and assistance now. Be with me now. Block all obstructions on my path of love. My heart and focus dwell upon you, bathed in your holy grace. May all beings be happy and free. Finally, complete your process by visualizing, perceiving, or intending that there be a beautiful golden light forming a radiant sphere above your head. It then descends through your entire body, from the top of your head all the way down through to your feet and into the earth. It creates a seal of light around you, and you are relaxed and held within that seal of light. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Have yourself a fantastic week. You know what to do with that protective bubble, and all is well. Okay, guys, deep breathing. Take care. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now.